Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer. And I wanted to give you this idea about chosen ones, of why their attacks are weakened against you. And one of the main reasons is because chosen ones are divinely protected. So in all of the Bible stories, in all of the Holy Quran stories, you will have the chosen ones being led by God, being led, and messages being delivered to them by angels, because they are divinely protected. And a lot of these entities, these narcissists, they want that kind of protection. They want that kind of inside information that only the chosen ones can receive from God, because of their obedience to God, because of their devoutness, because of their praise, because of the understanding, the relationship that they maintain throughout their life with God. This is something that the narcissist, the demonic person, does not have. This is something that the demonic person wants to take away from the chosen one. And we have been talking about this all week, where they want the chosen ones to apologize. It's not going to happen. That God will not allow the chosen ones to be humbled. God will not allow the chosen one children to be humbled. So there are certain chosen ones that walk among us who God has favored even as a child. There are chosen ones who have been called. And there are chosen ones who have decided to walk in righteousness. These are the believers, the righteous, the witnesses among us. And they are divinely protected from harm. They are divinely protected from the entity trying to attack them. They are divinely protected from those enemies, those demonic entities who have been inserted in our families. So the entities will try to attack us in our family. They will form their design against us. They will do things, they will attack things that we love. They will attack us in ways that we become vulnerable and we feel like that there's no way out. And a prime example of this is that they will try to attack you and put you out when it's cold outside. They will try to attack you on birthdays. They will try to attack you in front of people. They will try to humble your spirit by belittling you. So one of the things that I have had to learn, and I'm going to give you this understanding, is that in my life, God has protected the chosen ones, myself included, because we have ancient knowledge that has been given to us directly from God, so that we have people that walk among us who are geniuses. I can't even get it out. They are genius. They have made plastiline. They have made portable, water filtration systems. We have geniuses that walk among us. And this is divine knowledge, divine understanding, messaging that comes from God. And these people do not like that we have that kind of connection with God. And we understand different kinds of matters. We're skilled in different kinds of positions. And this is why, I've never understood that God has given us diversity in the understanding, different kinds of gifts. We should never be, jealous or envious of anybody else's gifts. Or we should be asking God to increase us in knowledge and power and wisdom and the gifts that he has given to someone else. We should never, be jealous and envious of each other, especially among men and women, because God has given us diversity in our gifts so that we can create from the earth what we need. One of my favorite things to do, and I love to talk about being in the Candy Lady, because that's when I met a lot of the Chosen One children. And I was teaching them how to make pies. I was teaching them how to play chess. So right now, I have to play chess for real, where, my opening game is good. My middle game is good. I got to check myself on my end game. And just look at me. Okay. So we understand that when we are, unable to check ourselves, when we're unable to see ourselves and the type of gifts that we have been given by God, we are not giving God the gratitude that he deserves. I have absolutely understood why we become under attack as chosen ones, and why their attacks do not prosper against us. Their attacks have tried to move forward and design against us in our lives, and God has protected us from those arrows that fly by night, from those people who are trying to pretend that they're sowing wheat in our lives and they're sowing tears. So you have to understand, as the chosen one, that the first thing that I can only tell you here on this Friday is that God forgives you. Even if you make a mistake, God will forgive you, especially if you're a chosen one. He forgave Moses for killing a man. And although that man was against him, but he was, he killed him. God forgives us for making mistakes, so that you do not stay in your situation. You do not, ride hard in your situation and say, oh, woe is me. I want to, harm myself. I shouldn't have never, been sent here. I don't think that any one of us was like Mary, where we had to give birth in a time where people would unalive you. None of us are in that time where, we had a virgin birth. That's the only time that, I've heard in the Holy Quran where a person wished that they wasn't up on the earth. And it was because of the pain that she was going through. So the attacks that are sent by the enemy, the entity, will not move forward with the chosen one. So, one of the reasons why they have been weakened against us is not only because of divine protection. That is the most part of it. It's because God has given us that discernment to be able to recognize the evil ones, their spirit, their aura down here on earth. We can heal that situation. We can heal that negative energy. We can move away from it. We can heal ourselves from that negative energy. Or God has put the person in our midst, in our lives, in order to cleanse that negative energy. So these entities, they become mad because they become upset, angry with us because they don't have that ability. So like I told you, even before I decided to come on this mission, I was hiding out because I had to hide out because I was testing my formulas. I was testing my healing rituals that I had got from the holy books. I was using them on my patients, and they was healed, and they were, walking well, and they were, able to regain their mental capability. These are people that they were saying that were mentally challenged, physically challenged, I was able to, people who had strokes and things like that, I was able to use my healing rituals from the holy books in order to remove that pain from their body. Physical situations where people had court cases, I was able to heal that situation so it works out for the best in all areas. So God has given us that capability so that their attacks will not be carried out against us. Their attacks have been weakened. And we can, move forward. We see this in society too, where we can move forward in society when we are unjustly attacked. Like Letitia James and the other guy, I forgot his name. And we can use their inexperience or their lack of connection to God against them. So in many ways, God has protected us and given us the discernment against these people that their attacks will fall by the wayside. They will try many different attacks upon your life in your dreams. They will try spiritual practitioners. They will try, those fake preachers. Yeah. And I forgot what they are called, but I was going to call their name, but I guess it wasn't for me to call their name in that way. So these jackleg preachers, that's what they used to call them, jackleg preachers. Okay, so we have to make sure that we are understanding that their attacks upon our finances, their attacks upon our business, the money that they are trying to siphon that God has given to us, the cloaks that they are trying to throw over our spiritual gifts and, use them for their own or take them for themselves. God has given us the discernment not only to recognize those individuals, those narcissists, those demonic people, but we can also recognize their energy, the frequency that they give off, the negative energy, the behavior and conduct that they are sending the evil eye, that frequency at us. So this is why their attacks have been weakened. We are able to see them for who they are. We are able to make sure that we can move away from them and let them know that we see you. We're able to return to sender. And we're able to clear that negative energy, not only from ourselves, but also heal other people. So I just wanted to share this with you on Friday. I hope that this has resonated with you. You can reach out to me for cleansing methods, for healing methods, for strengthening methods, for protection methods. The hyssop is always a good one. In the 51 chapter of Psalms, to clear out any negative energy or sinful behavior that you may have been engaged in so that we can see these people with clarity. I thank you so much for your support. Please book your one-on-one sessions with me. Like, share, and subscribe. Donate to my channel. Book your life coaching sessions. Book your live chat sessions with me. I'm High Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.